Check it out. It's your boy Bush. What up, everybody? You know, I'm at my son's football practice. Whoa. I was watching that Troy Ave pod, a little bit of it. I ain't subscribed to him, but somehow it keep popping up on my shit. Watch a little bit of it. First of all, Whack 100. Everybody spreading that narrative that, you know, it ain't like the old school and snitches could go ahead and do their ratting. Nothing gonna happen to them. Yeah, I agree. Nobody should get hurt and all that, but let's not forget that Troy Ave almost got his head blown off after he ratted. So things happen behind that ratting. But hold on, we're gonna get into it. Everybody act like, oh, all this shit Troy Ave spewing, or the streets is a myth. Fuck that. I don't want to be no parts of the streets, no parts of this myth, because really where I'm from, shit's still real. And, you know, the situations I'm in that I know about and the people that I know that's in the streets is not a myth, homie. The streets is real. Wherever there's poverty, hunger, dudes running around needing money, that's the streets. So how is that a myth? That's reality. Ain't nothing myth about it. You feel me? But I love how these dudes using YouTube to spread this crazy shit. Now you see the allies. Whack 100 is allied with Troy Ave. You feel me? Through Banger and through whoever else. But Banger's fucking with the Clubhouse. He teamed up with Whack. So Banger be on Clubhouse too. Whack like that. Whack don't fuck with Taxstone. So that's why whatever Troy Ave say about Whack, whatever Troy Ave say about anything, Whack's gonna agree. Is that some real shit? That's some fake shit. Because Troy Ave say a lot of bullshit, and then Whack 100 is agreeing. Let's get into it. So with that myth going down about everybody saying, oh, these snitches running around, nothing happened to them. Alpo, yeah. Oh, he got killed for some other reason. Who the fuck knows? First of all, they say Alpo got killed for messing with somebody's girl. Okay, let's say that. But you think if Alpo didn't have the reputation of a rat, that dude that wanted Alpo's head went at him even more because he's a rat. So there's consequences. If Alpo wasn't a rat, that's like, you know, you chilling, you find out your girl's messing with a rat. And you're a dude from the streets, you known and all that. That's embarrassing as fuck. It's not like she messing with a regular dude, you know what I mean? She messing with a rat. That's embarrassing for a street nigga. So why y'all running with this whack narrative saying Alpo got shot because of this or because of that? But we all know who Alpo was, and we all know he had targets on his head. He had people that wouldn't mind seeing him gone. You feel me? You know that. But he started that thing to where, oh, the rats could come out and be tough. He's one of the beginning. No, let's go all the way back, because it really started with Sammy the Bull, who's getting rich on YouTube right now. Not rich, but he making his bag on YouTube. The most infamous rat of them all. Sammy the Bull. A lot of people like him, charismatic, just like Alpo, just like some would say 6ix9ine, and some even would say Troy Ave is, got some charisma. Not me. He's pretty annoying to me, but I ain't gonna lie, especially with the way he going. But let's start about this trend. You feel me? This trend that Sammy the Bull set up. Notorious rat, and he took down the most notorious gangster, John Gotti. John Gotti stood for something. John Gotti had principles, morals around the gangster shit. Now people say, oh, John Gotti was crossing Sammy the Bull, that's why da-da-da. But all that shit, gangsters cross whoever. But there's still rules as a gangster that real gangsters don't cross. You feel me? So that's the ratting rule. John Gotti never imagined Sammy the Bull would rat on him. But guess what? He did. And guess what? He got out eventually. Went back in, got out, went back in, got out. And now he's on YouTube making a pretty penny off of telling these stories about him killing people. And y'all fucking with it. And then we go into Alpo. Alpo claimed he didn't tell on nobody from New York. We can't believe that. Alpo took down the fucking notorious killer in DC, Wayne Perry. They said Wayne Perry like the Jordan of killers. He was murking shit left and right. He met Alpo in DC. Alpo needed protection out there because them boys was knocking heads off. Alpo hooked up with Wayne Perry to protect his fucking life. Just like Sammy the Bull is responsible for Gotti's life. You feel me? But these are situations that went in reverse. See, Sammy the Bull worked for Gotti. Wayne Perry worked for Alpo. So when you're playing in the streets and people ain't playing by the rules, shits get all mixed the fuck up. And everybody in the streets know 90% of the dudes around you gonna snitch. Not me, I ain't in the streets, but I'm saying when I used to do my little hustling and shit, you don't trust nobody. You know 90% of these dudes around you are gonna go and rat. But don't get me wrong, the culture shifted, especially when you see examples like it started with Sammy the Bull. Not only that, like we go all the way back, but it started with Sammy the Bull to be the rat and then get out and be the tough guy still and represent the mob. He talk about La Costa Nostra on YouTube. He talk about all the shit as if he's still a part of it. And you know, his old people, his old family members from the mob is looking at that and they hate the nigga guts. They would love to kill his ass. Because he got friends that's still involved in the life. And then you got him on TV telling everybody about it. Now, the difference with Alpo already gave all kind of statements on, he gave all the statements to tell on everybody. But not only that, he made crazy interviews, epic interviews on Don Diva, different things like that. You feel me? To where he made it look like he just made himself look like the ultimate tough guy. And everybody ran with it. That's why he was on the streets. And don't get me wrong, as a kid, I was like, I kind of looked up to Alpo when I didn't really understand the situation. We just know Alpo was a notorious drug dealer killer from New York. And that's all we knew until the shit came out about all the people he told on. But when he got out, he was really tough. Bro, Gotti posed to, what'd he say? Gotti, he tried to make Sammy take the whole case and get life to free him. Sammy said, fuck that. Yeah. I get it. That's hearsay. I don't know. Like, he tried to make Sammy take the whole case. Ain't no making nobody do nothing. If you ratting, then you could make somebody do it. Gotti wasn't ratting, so I don't see how he could try to make somebody do something. You feel me? Because that's on you. That's like somebody telling me, take the case or don't. If my boss, who I looked up to in the street world, told me take the case or don't, I'm not taking no case for nobody, and I ain't ratting on nobody either. You feel me? So it don't really matter. It don't matter what people say Gotti wanted him to do. Let's stick to the facts here. Gotti beat all kind of cases. He took it straight to the box. He beat hella cases, but there was one case he didn't beat, and he went down like a gangster do. He went down. He died in prison. Now you telling me Sammy did it because Sammy had the right to do it because Alpo was going to lock him up. Yeah, way out is to rat. That's a fact. And we can't judge these people, but we could state the facts. Because Sammy the Bull ratted on everybody, then he got out, started an ecstasy ring, selling ecstasy to the kids. You feel me? He a real scumbag. The rats, all rats come with a certain characteristic about themselves. Most of the time, you could tell the dude that's most likely gonna rat, and most of the time you're right, because if you read their character, scumbags. You feel me? Only way out is to rat. Didn't say he had the right. Yeah, well, it seemed like you was trying to justify it by saying Gotti wanted him to take the case. Okay, everybody wants somebody. Like, I'm in the car with my man, a gun get caught up. I would love for him to take the case, but that's not likely. But And taking the case don't involve, you know, it's just you taking the case and going to fight the case. That's it. It ain't just because I was like, if Gotti wanted him to take the case, that don't mean he went to the police and said, "Yo, Sammy the Bull did this and that and this and that." See, that's ratting. But and people are right. Like nowadays, we more lenient with it, and this is what I'm about to explain and why. Because of these people I'm talking about. Gotti was a scumbag too. All gangsters are scumbags, homie, for sure. They all come on. You know what I mean? Like, Styles P ain't no gangsters and gentlemen. Yeah, there is, but I mean, like, they all got some scummy ways about them. You feel me? I'm saying I wouldn't have took the case either. I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that. But there's another way to go about it. There's another way to go about it. Because you could fight. You could get, like, Sammy the Bull had bread. He could have got the lawyer and fought shit, just like Gotti fought off. Gotti fought off cases. You win some, you lose some. But that's like being a gangster. It involves him freeing Gotti. Freeing Gotti. Gotti had no regard for Sammy's life, so Sammy said, "Fuck him." Oh boy. In a criminal organization, it's rare that you get people that really care and love for each other. You like pause, but you know what I mean. You got one. You might be Gotti might have one dude that he really love, or he might not. He might just love his family. But this is a business. That was a business. You feel me? Now Sammy the Bull, that explanation he got, that's some sucker shit, some soft shit he got in his feelings. That ain't no excuse at all. No excuse. Now, where did we see that again? We seen it with 6ix9ine, who's running around. You know what I mean? He got his ass beat up. Academics bragging on how he contacted the feds to tell on the dudes that beat up 6ix9ine. I don't have no problem with the regular civilians doing what civilians are supposed to do. You feel me? I really don't have no problem with that. But as a hip hop baby and a child of the culture, I do have a problem with these guys on these major platforms that's flexing their power. You feel me? They flexing their fucking power. Yeah, Takashi, he's a perfect example. You feel me? And people thought like it's over just because he running around, running his mouth, making money, and appeared to look like he's living a great life. But I got some inside information. I'm from Brooklyn. That boy is miserable. You feel me? And them little dudes that he was running around with, that you seen in the academics interview, you ain't gonna see them around him no more. He's a bridge burner. He's a scumbag. He don't care about shit but himself, just like every other fucking rat. Now you got Troy Ave with the most annoying podcast in the world. I swear to God it is. You know why? He got his peoples on there sucking him off. That girl from Clubhouse, he can't do no wrong. Now, what kind of podcast is that? You want a podcast where people have objective opinions. Whack 100 making excuses for snitching. Yeah, and Whack 100 is leading the charge for this shit. Look, and I ain't on no gangster shit all snitching, da da da. But it's basically about what your parents taught you about. You do a crime, you know what I mean? You gotta face the punishment of it. It's a character trait that shows, you know, the man in you. It shows the loyalty in you. It shows the honor in you. It ain't about all that gangster shit out. People don't know how to explain this shit. You know, if you want somebody to have your back, you want a guy with the good characteristics, not a rat. And I ain't talking when I say rat, I'm talking about snake. I'm talking about a fucking cutthroat motherfucker that just care about himself. Because if you about a cause, I can see if it's just you. You on your shit, you on your mission, you want to use these snakes for certain things, yeah. But if you in an organization that stands for something, no organization wants fucking filthy, dirty rat snakes in the organization. That's gonna take the organization down. You feel me? So it ain't all about this gangster. Oh, he ain't gangster. He rat or he gangster. All that. No, it's about fucking being a real human being, like with some honor and some class about yourself, some self decency. You feel me? That's what it's about. And like I said, most people know who gonna rap. Most people know. And I hate to say it, and I ain't fat shaming, but I swear to God, if you get 3 skinny niggas and 1 fat dude, and they get involved in some shit, I put my money that the fat boy gonna rap. And I'm sorry to all my big people, but I'm going by statistics. But that's another story. Troy Ave is on his podcast. Oh my God. Like I said, the most annoyingest podcast ever. Most annoying. You never want people on your if you're gonna have co-hosts and co-hosts, they can't be scared that you're gonna fire them if you disagree with them. That's sucker shit. That's some fucking dictator shit. That's some fuck shit. Nobody's responsible. Nobody is could be responsible enough, you know what I mean, to have their opinion be the word, and you broadcast it all out to everybody, and your opinion is what it is. So whoever subscribes to you, whatever you say, that's what it is. That's Lord. That's everything. To me, that shows the weakness in Troy Ave. It showed the insecurity in Troy Ave, and it showed the characteristic traits of a rat, snake, fucking selfish motherfucker. You feel me? So he got these 2 people on there biting dick. Got this fat boy over there. Like I said, you know, he gonna be the first rat. He's over there downplaying the whole situation, talking crazy about all kind of people. He's over there talking crazy about my son. I can see why Troy Ave talking crazy about my son. But this dude's over there just to be in good favor with Troy Ave, keep his little sucker job, sucking off Troy Ave for a living. And he's talking crazy about my son, a man who, let's not lie now. That was embarrassing when they read his charges and what really went down. Because I'm from Brooklyn for real. You feel me? So I remember when my son was coming in the game. He was somebody we was all looking at. We was all looking at him. We thought he was gonna be big. We thought he was gonna blow. And when we heard about the charges, we was like, "Oh, that's some real nigga shit. He was robbing, blah blah blah, da da da." We didn't know the details. Now, when Troy Ave put out them details, yeah, it could hurt. It could hurt what he got going on, and that's why it's even more fucked up. This dude, the co-host of Troy Ave, I don't know this nigga name. He's a dick eater. And he basically not bringing nothing to the show besides backing up everything Troy Ave say. You talking about a man who found a new way, who rebuilt himself, who's positive, who didn't come out and try to be a gangster rapper and try to do this and that. He came out reformed and he tried to help the community. I'm talking about my song here. And Troy Ave's co-host, this fat boy, who don't know him, who got nothing to do with the situation, wanted to get in it on some personal level, as if Troy Ave and that podcast is a gang or a clique and they ride together. You got a female on that show who's probably a mother, I hope she ain't a mother, and I hope she don't got no sons, because she's totally mixed up in the head. You feel me? Have a podcast, don't you hire friends? Yeah, you hire friends, for sure. But you want friends that's going to offer an opinion, going to offer a objective, that got some sense, that's going to bring something to the show. You don't want people that's just going to dick eat, especially in situations like this when Troy Ave got a personal beef with my son. You don't inject yourself in unless y'all on some gang shit, y'all on some old whatever type of dumb shit. No. You hire people that's going to have objective opinions, people that's not scared of you, people that's going to speak freely. You feel me? See, he was supposed to. You need at least a devil's advocate in there. You need somebody like. And my whole thing is, why did he feel like he had to disrespect my son? Because Troy Ave disrespected my son. We all black men here. My son found a new way to do his thing, whatever. Troy Ave clowning. Yeah, I get it. But that other nigga had no right to say shit, and neither did the female. Because it's really like when somebody get on their personal level with another black man get on the personal level with another black man, we don't need the black woman joining in that don't even know nothing about the situation, adding on to the negativity, and then the dude over here, snacking and shit. I heard him snacking over there. I heard the crinklets. If I'm a Christian and I see a crime and the police ask me, did I see who did it, do I lie to the cops or tell the truth? Because God don't like liars. Well, you definitely tell the truth if you're a Christian. If you see a crime, yeah, that's what the police are there for. I don't see how that pertains to anything I'm talking about, tell you the truth, but yeah, you tell the truth. That's it. If you want to involve yourself in something else and say, "Oh, nah, I don't see shit. I ain't da da da," or get out of it, whatever. Yeah, that's on you. That's your decision. That's how you came up. You know what I mean? But if you see something and you're a good person working, and doing your thing, and you don't know nothing about nothing, but you want to report this crime, yeah. And really, everybody got free will. It's not obligated to do shit like as a pedestrian. But most good people, they feel moved to tell the police. Most people, they feel like they have to do something. Yeah, I understand that. No problem. You feel me? So, yeah, that's definite shit. Okay, what she say? Don't do that to Troy Ave podcast, and you got 5 people watching. Yeah, I ain't say my shit was the latest either, mama. Appreciate you though. But Troy Ave podcast is just annoying as fuck. Like if I bring my friends on, it'd probably be 2 people watching. But guess what? They're gonna have an objective opinion. They're gonna have other things to say. You feel me? They ain't gonna just agree with everything I say because I don't even like that. I want to hear other sides. There's always 2 sides to everything. Now these podcasts should be for, betterment of us, and we talking, and like, even if it's entertaining, fun, clowning, yeah, but still try to, now when you got somebody that's co-signing with nothing but the negative, I ain't even hear no positive out, no nothing, no points from these people. They just co-sign all the negative. Yeah, I ain't with that, and I got the right to not like podcasts too. You feel me? Obviously nobody like this one, but I got the right to not like a podcast too, mama. Gangster code in heaven. I'm sorry. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, this ain't a gangster code though. That's the argument always. But this ain't a gangster code. That's just a code about being real, being a man, being real with yourself. If you messing with somebody, you're not with intentions of, oh, I'm doing this to tell on them. When you messing with them, they under the impression like y'all in it. You feel me? Y'all in it together. I'm never down with putting another man down to save my ass, unless it's a op or somebody or some. Other than that, if I'm involved in some shit, then you know what it come with. You feel me? She said, "My son activism is fake. He not stopping no murders in the Bronx." Oh boy, yeah, you right. But at least he trying though. At least he trying. That's all we can ask. Let's get into these next ones. I see we got some bias because I speak logic. So my son is a snitch activist. Okay. Posted over 700 times hating on Troy Ave. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You think Troy Ave winning in this situation, mommy? The whole snitching is made up. You're right. Okay, GD Network. The truth on me and you gonna need God. Busters and rats. Thank you. And we know majority of people on YouTube, networks sound like the devil. What, my network? What they say? See, you sound like a rat. I'm like, y'all, I'm done with these comments. They're getting all personal. Now, where was I at? Okay, now with Troy Ave, Dick eating Snow Billy, who's another tough guy. Oh, where he happen to be from? The same gang as Tekashi 6ix9ine. Hold up. Oh shit. Same gang as Tekashi 6ix9ine. Y'all forget about these people when they were involved in all the shit, giving orders, sending out hits, doing this, doing that. Snow Billy claiming to be the biggest, whatever. You forget about all that. You feel me? And just go with, oh, he told and put people in. Yeah, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Why is Troy Ave jacking the Frankston thing now all of a sudden? They talking about, oh, you get a Frank, you eat a Frank, all this Frank stuff. If y'all know where that came from, everybody that's really in tune with this shit, that came from Snow Billy, Frankston. I always found that weird as fuck. I understand New York dudes suck my dick, all that shit. I never said that, but I understand that's some New York shit. But now they talking about Frankstons. You feel me? This nigga that came from your boy who's number one. He the first blabbermouth tough guy. The first one. I think he told before 6ix9ine. He told before 6ix9ine. And don't get me wrong, guess what? Everybody got, like I said, to reform, everybody got the right to do that. But you got people that reform the right way and make an example for the youth to be like, I'm totally, and they against all the bullshit. But then you got these dudes that want their cake and eat it too. They go ahead and rat. Go ahead and rat, and then they still tough when they get out. They still want to push that line, and they still want to, you feel me? They still want to represent a certain image, the image of a gangster or whatever, a tough guy. That's the problem. That's a big problem. That's a problem. And y'all talking about helping crime. Let me ask a question. Y'all talking about helping crime. What message does that give to the young kids and the young low lives in the slums and the niggas that's just coming up trying to get some money, the grimy ones, all that? What message is that giving to them? Like, I could get caught and all I gotta do is tell. I get out and still be tough and still do. Then it's inducing crime. It ain't stopping crime, you feel me? But who is it helping? The feds, these organizations, the alphabet boys, who gonna do whatever to win. And everybody, niggas in their hood, oh, nobody in my hood telling. We good. Nobody over here telling. Nah, them alphabet boys will get it out of you. They got tactics. They got ways. They offering a lot of money. They offering this. They offering that. They wait till they catch your ass alone on some other shit, and then they hit you because a lot of dudes, don't want to go nowhere near jail. Nobody do. Who wants to go to jail? Trust me. Been there 3 years. It's not a nice place. It's a nasty, disgusting place. You feel me? What? Oh, that's Mr. Smut Juice. I'm tripping. Mr. Smut Juice. Troy Ave held. My bad. I thought it was my bad. Pardon me, Mr. Smut Juice. Why is Troy Ave held to street codes when he have been rapping for years with an indie label? He didn't even have mad street nigga in his videos. Well, nobody's holding him to nothing. But like I said, it ain't really street code. Really, it's about being a man and being a real man. Because and you could talk about he's rapping, but he raps a certain genre, and he claims it's all real. He's a hustler. Bricks in my backpack, all that shit. That puts you in a certain category in a certain genre. Let's not deny that. He's not hold to no streets. Nobody even talk about the ratting no more. Tell you the truth. Nobody's even talking about the ratting. He got so much other shit to talk about. Nobody they talking about his lack of remorse for Banger. Me, I'm talking about how he's trying to create this new thing, talking about the Frankston shit. What is that? The thing for that tough snitches say? Frankston. That's the thing that's gonna be a new thing. All the rats that come out and still tough. Yeah, get this nigga Frankston. Give him a Frank. That shit is gay, first of all. What's wrong? You right, bro. Ain't no street code. I agree with you. You feel me? It don't have everybody want to involve. It ain't really that. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. When I got locked up, my man, rest in peace. You feel me, Jonathan? Big dude out there where I was from, as far as the drugs. He was my good friend. He's my little brother's friend first, who's in prison right now, Maslow. Y'all gonna hear from him back in a minute too. But he was his friend, and he was a good friend. He was like family brother. Come in our house. You feel me? We go to his house. We eat together, break bread. He helped me out a lot, and you know what I mean. And same vice versa. In my mind, We were like, I'm a non-affiliate. I'm not a gang member at all. I fuck with a lot of gang members. I'm not a gang member, but in my mind, I would never like cross this dude and get my dumb ass caught up and then be like, ooh, I could take down this nigga and get me out. You feel me? I'm a non-affiliate. I walk the main line in California. And a lot of niggas know what's up, you feel me, as far as me keeping it like solid. I ain't never get, you know what I mean? I ain't have to get into nothing, but I had homies and all that type of shit, and all was cool. That same dude, Jonathan, the only one that put money on my books. I ain't really even need it. Threw me a couple dollars. You feel me? He ended up getting killed by my brother, another friend of my brother. So just money bullshit, but the griminess, that's what I say, like it ain't about gangster and all everybody talking about the street code, stupid shit. It's not even that. It's just about your friends and you, why would you do that to your homie? You feel me? That's what it's about. So let's not get this shit confused. Motherfuckers, you know why? Because be listening to Whack and all these certain people. Troy Ave, who's a major manipulator, mastermind, sitting there, you know, trying to spew off this shit. I think it's gonna fizzle out. He gonna have to figure out another way because niggas gonna stop talking about him. But it ain't about that all that. And then he keeps saying the streets is the myth. Streets is the myth. Eater, what he say? Eater Freak always been an NY saying. Oh, Eater Frank. I think he meant to say Eater Frank. Yeah, I understand that, but come on, you can't lie. You know why? You can't lie and say Snow Billy ain't really pushed that shit like what it was a couple years ago during the pandemic and all that. Snow Billy was pushing that line, that Frankston line, and if you Google the Frankston podcast, I guarantee Snow Billy picture gonna come up. Feel me? Yep. I agree. Jones. I agree. And is telling on somebody that you went into business with and getting them locked up and taking them away from their family because you got caught and locked up, is that being right or is that being wrong? Here's the question. You feel me? Because now it's all these smoke and mirrors about everybody, this gangster, this and that. Nah, it ain't. It's more simpler than that. It ain't gangster code. There's no code to it. It go back to basic human instincts that we lost a lot of, you know, over the years. We lost a lot of the basic human instincts and the different things that we supposed to have, as far as the compassion and all that type of shit. You know, we lost that. But then that's why we call these people snakes. They don't have none of that. They don't have none of that. None of them basic human, things in them. Stan and Snow Billy saying, you feel me? So, yeah, when you get in trouble, has nothing to do with telling your friend. I mean, gangster. It's about getting bringing your friend down. It's like crabs in a bucket, but worse. Because the crab that want to hop out the bucket and start putting everybody else in the bucket. For real. Well, yeah. As you get older, you realize, you feel me, you gotta live righteous. You gotta do the right thing out here. You feel me? Troy Ave was supposed to do that podcast and do an episode based on Banger in the beginning at least. You feel me? Do a dedication episode. But why? Because he into it with the family probably. And it's just all fucked up. People mad at him for those reasons. It go all the way back to maybe that's why he say his album charting a new one. It probably is. There's a lot of controversy around it. But maybe remember even when he dissed the dude that committed suicide, I think Capital Steez or something. Niggas didn't like that. Then he went and talked about weirdo rap. He said Kendrick Lamar is weirdo rap. He said J. Cole weirdo rap. Nigga, he was talking like he was that nigga, but his music, you feel me, wasn't showing that. Cause really he had the one song all about the money, and the nigga Manolo Rose wrote that shit, yo. The nigga Manolo Rose wrote that shit. My boy Manolo Rose looking bad in the court. He looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He was looking crazy. The fuck is going on? Is he stressed out? What the fuck is going on? Because I don't know if he the same age as Troy or whatever, but he looked like Troy's dad in that motherfucker. He looked crazy. Maybe it's all the shit he went through. That fucked his career up, that whole situation with Troy had. These people are trying to play both sides. Keep up the good work. Good looking, homie. Peace. Yeah, that fucked his career up, though. You feel me? Troy Ave, him, he probably couldn't move around the right way. Troy Ave got friends that he don't. When you're in that business, politics come into play. Politics come into play. Perfect example. Whack 100. The nigga was talking, he the biggest to talk about all the rats. But Troy Ave get a pass. Politics come into play. Feel me? I remember in the bookings with an OG of a set and three of his homies caught in a car with a gun, and it was the OG's gun, and his pitch was the police out the gun there. He said his pitch was the police out the gun there. I could tell his mans was mad as fuck. But basically he's saying the big homie was like, yeah, y'all niggas go ahead and take that case. After you seen the little homies was mad as fuck, you know what's gonna happen when they get behind that door and get to talking and they get to discussing a little time. Depends on their case, because in New York it's fucked up, boy. If you got some shit on your record and you get caught with the thing and you get caught with gang members and you document it and all, ain't no telling what the fuck they gonna try to throw you. So the little nigga that was mad is probably gonna be the little nigga that's gonna tell. That's a different situation. I get that. You know, I get the point. What you saying there? Like, it's times where it's like, hey, but yeah, but that's when the gangster shit come into play. That's not what we talking about here. That's, you know what I mean. That's some gangster shit. Now a nigga that telling that situation is a straight rat. You feel me? Unless he got kidnapped and said, "Come on, we doing this." Tied him up. We about to do this. He had no choice, but I doubt that was the case. One of them left this cell to go to the hospital because he wasn't feeling well. I know he was going to tell because he was saying he didn't. Yeah, for sure. Like, even if the gat was in there, if you rolling with a dude that you know got a thing on him, keep things on him, whatever else, then that's your fault. Then it all come into play. Especially not, you could be a pedestrian, and if you got a good friend that you love, and then but you know he's involved in some shit, he or she is involved in shit, and he or she might have a big gun on him, he or she might have, you know, a couple pounds or whatever the fuck, you know, and you get caught up, then that's your fault. You gotta do your due diligence. You roll in the car with somebody like that, you ask questions. They tell you what it is, and you don't roll. That's all. The OG was saying he just came home, so he was a fella, and most of the time the OG is fucked over anyway. If he was on parole, he going down regardless. He with gang members and there's a gun in the car. Nothing anybody could say will save his ass out of that. Nothing. Troy Ave told because he, you know, we all know because of them guns that they found in this car. No dudes want to do no gun time. Them gun time, like that's why T.I., that's why they say T.I. told. When you get caught up with a gun in the car, you ain't even do shit. You just got caught with. Well, he did. That's another situation. But Troy Ave did not want to go down for that. He talked about how it was so pleasant in jail, but I don't think he want to go back there. And it's another crazy thing is that Troy is associated with Crips, and we know Tex claim to be a blood and all that. So when they get up in there, it get real sticky too. So they'll have to keep them apart. Feel me? But the whole narrative is dangerous when people play politics. When you're talking about real shit to our people, you're talking about real situations. All that playing the politics. Oh, he right, but he wrong. He right, but he wrong. When they both did the same damn thing. That's confusing the people. You feel me? Very confusing. And you see the theme with what they do. They come out, make YouTubes. I ain't mad at them. You know, and even though, you know, you seen on the channel, if you did, well, me and Brian Glaze Gibbs, he made some videos because I did the video of Roster Chris, and he was coming back at me and whatever else. But guess what? I'm not mad at him because he's not perpetuating the gangster shit like a lot of these YouTubers, YouTube rats are doing. Whatever happened to Snow Billy anyway? He's still doing that shit? He ain't doing that shit no more. He got sick of that shit. That shit hard. He wasn't getting them numbers yet. He's getting more than me though. But like I said, I guess it's a beautiful thing with the YouTube shit. But like Brian Glaze Gibbs, he keep a positive message overall. But Sammy the Bull, he still think he's Sammy the Bull. This motherfucker, I wouldn't be surprised if he get caught up doing some other shit. He old as fuck. He getting them decent. I guess he getting decent YouTube checks, but he probably extorting everybody involved. You feel me? He probably extorting everybody involved. Banger's brother is a big homie, so dude is expecting to see tax up to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. But you know, out here it ain't like, you know, I don't know where you from, but these sets they all at war. You know, Bloods at war with Bloods, Crips at war with Crips. So ain't no telling. I'm sure tax gonna have his level of protection and whatever. But if he get hit with something, he might be like, fuck it, crash, send me to the hole. Cause he already, you know, we already know he gonna get at least, I don't know what he gonna get, but he gonna get something for this. Then he got the Fed shit, as we know. That nigga rat too. What we talking about? Who Cass? Oh, tax. You talking about tax? What's that about? Tax ratted? How? By right? They said his lawyer wrote that letter. Tax ain't rat. I'll tell you what Tax did do. He fucking started some dumbass shit. Brooklyn niggas going at each other and the shit turned too real. When the situation gets real. You heard what Mano said. He explained the story. He said Tax was in the spot chilling, you know, doing this thing. Troy Ave walked in later with Banger, rest in peace, whatever else. And Troy Ave walked in with the energy. That's what Mano said. Troy Ave walked in with the energy. Troy Ave didn't set it on Tax though. Banger set it on Tax. I guess that's why Troy said Banger looked at me and I gave him the word. He said it all heroically, like he was like something special for that. For telling a paid homie to do something. Then they said Banger took off on him, took flight on him, went upstairs on him, hit him in the mouth, served him a little bit. And then I think he even said Casanova came in and seen dudes on top of Tax. And Casanova pulled them off of him. This is what he said. So he said Casanova pulled the dudes off of Tax Stone. I guess Cash was probably like, yo, break this shit up type of shit. Because he wasn't on no timing or nothing. Because it would have been more than pulling dudes off. So he was just probably breaking it up, pulling them off of him. And then Tax backed out. And then it went down. He got to clapping. Clap, clap away. Troy Ave. Oh, yeah. And then after he clapped, they say he threw the gun. He threw the gun. So Troy Ave said, we is wrestling. And he pulled his gun out. And I snatched the gun from him. So who lying in this situation? Who's really lying? Does Troy Ave have a criminal record? Probably not extensive. Probably not at all. We don't remember him getting in trouble. So they're obligated to believe Troy Ave, a citizen with no record, over believing, even if Mano was going to say something, even though we know he's not. And people like that'll take the stand, people that was involved in that situation, they probably all got records. I don't think Troy Ave even got a record. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, they believe Troy, I guess, and but they believe Tax to an extent because Tax got a manslaughter charge. He didn't get a murder charge. You know what I mean? If he stayed out that night, he could have took the gun, beef, and claimed he got jumped by an unknown man, and the gun was going off in the struggle, and he let it go because he was getting hit hard. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what he kind of said though. He got a manslaughter charge. You feel me? So I think that's the story he's giving them, basically, type of shit. So but the feds ain't worried about all that. They worried about this criminal with a little record. He got extensive record, not like Troy, and he got caught with a gun, and he let it off in a public place. The feds are gonna hit him for that. So he might be done. Basically, he might be washed. And you got Troy Ave making videos on the stairs of the courthouse. If you really won, why you gotta do that? If you feel like you really won, why are you doing all that in that situation, man? You know what I mean? He talking about Glaze. Yeah, Glaze a rat. Come on, Glaze a rat. He was talking about me. He said I'm a character. He said this dude, this little platform, he's a fucking character. You know what I mean? And he had the New York skyline behind him, but he's not in New York. Tax could have got self-defense too. New York ain't. It's hard to get self-defense in New York. But he ran like a mouse when the light turned on. He should have known. Yeah, yeah. Lost the gun. It was. You know what I mean? He should have turned himself in a little bit. Yep, yep. That's always better. That remind me of some shit. My boy had to do his thing, but he was at his crib. But I was out there hustling late night. A little something jumped off. Yo, and I'm like, come on, let's go. He like, nah, I'm gonna stay right here. This is my crib. Feel me? Gang member, but the gun was legal and all that. Nigga was right out in about no time. I wasn't thinking like that, but I was mad young at that time. Mano held on to what could have been considered evidence in a murder. Troy chained after he lied and told police he saw nothing. Now we don't know where Mano got that chain, like when or I don't know if he got that chain that night. He could have got that chain another night. And then somebody, Hassan, actually said some shit, but I ain't gonna say it. Lose, in my opinion. Death, jail, black on black crime, etc. Yeah, and that's another thing. Now you got another two Brooklyn dudes, Mano and Troy Ave, two young Brooklyn black men going at each other. You feel me? So it's like this shit is just stupid situations, but the egos, and then when you're so close, and then you're like, I never heard you doing nothing. I never heard you. It's New York City. It's a big city. It could be in Brooklyn. This dude over here doing the most, and you don't even know nothing about him, and you right over here doing the most. It's like the internet almost. You know how much rappers out here getting rich that you don't know about. There was a time back in the day when I felt like I knew all the rappers. It's impossible to know all the rappers now, and they getting money too. So yeah, they got an ego thing. They don't know each other, whatever, and it turned ugly. They got ties to different people, politics involved. All that shit is involved. But it's unfortunate when it come down to gunplay and stupid shit in a performance, typical shit. You feel me? And Mano and Uncle Murder was supposed to perform there, and then the dumb shit jumped off. That's the unfortunate shit right there. You feel me? So yeah, I agree. It's a lose-lose situation. Mano said he held on to the chain just in case he had to step on Troy. Yeah. He secretly hated on Troy because he was playing cool with him at that point. Yeah, but let's not assume we know everything in all the history. We don't know what really happened at this so-called gas station where they met. We don't know, like, what's really going on. Like I said, and even Mano, he's affiliated with a lot of the right side, if I'm not mistaken. Troy Ave is affiliated with a lot of the left side, and that's just I'm just speculating. But like I said, we don't know what really happened. They saying one story, they telling the people how the shit started, but nah, it could be deeper than that. Just like with Tax Stone, I guarantee it was some other type of issues going on with Tax and Troy. It wasn't just Tax, even though it appeared like it was Tax. Just his Tax had a lot of power with Twitter. Tax had a lot of influence. You feel me? So it appeared like Tax was bullying Troy. And then a lot of people took Troy's side because of that, because they feel like Tax just picked Troy out and started fucking with him. And then it turned ugly and became what it is. You feel me? But we don't know if it was something deeper than that. I think it was. I think some other shit jumped off. And you know, Brooklyn niggas is real like it gets sticky. So pause. But it could be like something happened to somebody, violate his music at the gas station, whoever, whatever. He said something because you see how he talk. So yeah, we don't know the truth. I don't think. I think there's more to this story. A lot of times shit go down and you don't even know. You like, they said, why you treat him like that? You like, what? What I do? You was acting like that, acting real. You don't even know, but you probably had a bad day or something else. So, and then it turned into something bigger than it really is. I think what do you say? I think that God set Mano up to make. Oh, Charlemagne, the God set Mano up to make that statement. Is it a coincidence? He on 105 with Angela Yee around this time. Perfect timing. Like I said, politics. The politics is, I understand it in business, but when you're dealing with a real situation, somebody died and it could have been stopped and it's stupid shit. You know, Troy Ave hired Banger for a reason. Banger's one of them dudes that jump off and I guess was really protecting Troy and just, you know, one of them dudes. But guess what? Got him killed over some stupid shit. Some real stupid shit. And the fact that it jumped off in the club, in the middle of everybody, at Urban Plaza, it lets you know, not the club, concert or whatever, like a stage. The fact that it jumped off there in front of everybody in the back, that show you the level of ego that you're dealing with. It's all about ego. And it's fucked up because we got it the worst for each other. Like, we got it the worst for each other. When it comes to each other, we get on some killing shit. We ready to kill. We ready to take them out, take them off. And we get like that with each other the worst. And that's the fucked up part. The fact that it went down in the spot in front of everybody, that show you they can't control their ego. Their ego was out of control. They couldn't even control it. It just exploded. They couldn't even control it. And then homie pulled the thing out. Yeah, he deserved it. Whatever. So he deserved something because he took it to that next level of gunplay. And anybody who take it to that next level should know what come with that. You already know what come with that. Niggas be like, I ain't going. Yeah, you are going. You going to jail, nigga. You feel me? But know that though. Once you know that, then you should be good. Niggas, I ain't going. I ain't no fighting. I ain't going. We ain't fighting. That's not protocol. Okay, no problem. But you know what's protocol from using that thing? Is you be in that cell, nigga. And that's what it is. You can't call on nobody. You can't tell on nobody because your dumb ass decide to, let it go. You feel me? So that's what it is. Every rapper's friend would have did what Banger did. R.I.P. I agree. And people giving Banger, they putting that oh he's a crash out, he did it. No, it could have been just a fight, and that's it. But no, the crash out is the nigga that pulled the thing out and introduced that to the situation. That's the crash out. That's the one. That you in the club, homie. So you already know it. Ain't no out. There's no way out of that. You in a club in New York City, it's all on all types of cameras, and you did it in front of everybody. That was a sign of panic and fear too, though. He couldn't wait. Okay, he got physically assaulted. Okay, but then what? All right, fuck it, crash out. Yeah, I understand the anger. Just like I seen the video of what happened at Yo Gotti concert. Man, yo, we black out and we see red, and don't let them things be at access. A fight turned into a mass shooting. You feel me? With each other over. It was like anger. It wasn't no crazy motherfucker that hates these type of people. Nah, it was a spur of the moment anger that how quick we see red and just. But it's the worst and the most concentrated, foulest when it's about each other. When it's about another black person, that's when it's the worst. That's when you really see the reddest and you ready to kill him. That's fucked up. Tax was a professional line stepper. He wasn't too professional because I guarantee he regret what he regretted right now. He wasn't too professional. I think Tax only seeing from one eye made him, yeah, for real. You take that ass whooping, homie, man. And shout out there. I ain't gonna shout them out, but whatever. I got jumped. I had it, whatever. I could have. Nah, I just took that ass whooping. Then later, whatever, you know, got my heads up and things like that. But I took that ass whooping and that's it. It wasn't no thing. Fuck it. And everybody seen, everybody knew. He was in the middle of the lit. You out having drinks in the club, bitches around. Nigga punch you in the mouth. Blackout, see red, crash out. Now somebody dead. You know, Brooklyn got an underworld. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you won't know. Yeah, yeah. I would imagine, man. But yeah, that and like I said, that go back to what I'm saying about niggas think they know from what these niggas is saying. Brooklyn niggas ain't gonna give it all to you, and they ain't gonna. It's secrets and all kind of shit that ain't supposed to be said on Vlad. Like I said, you'll never see a Brooklyn nigga getting caught up on Vlad. A certain smart niggas getting caught up on Vlad. You hear me? You would never see that. So yeah, but and man, it is what it ain't though. But that's another story. But I just had to touch on that though. Shout out to the few people in my room fucking with your boy. Had to get that shit off my chest though. You heard? We out.